XX. Because Dr. Light, he put his robot in for like all those years, like the 70 years for all the testing, all that stuff. And now it is time to unleash Mega Man X. And not just any Mega Man X, but 100%. And not just any 100%, but at 100% race. Featuring Giocci and StahlbolzenSC2 from our previous Mega Man 2 event we just had. And of course, on commentary, we do have Fly joining us again and Apt America. So I'm going to pass it on over. They are doing an official race, so I need to see all the mega hype in the mega chat. Let's do this. Take it away.
Oh, what's going on? What's up, Apt?
Howdy.
Looks like we are ready to start. Ready up, and we'll be on our way in just Uh-oh, wait a second.
No.
What does the screen look like for you? Is it still on the... Does it show their feeds?
Not for me, no.
Oh, there we go. Never mind.
There it is.
Alright. They're about to be off. I would do a countdown, but it's a little bit delayed, and I don't know how much it's delayed. They'll be starting in a few seconds. Yeah, it looks like they're getting ready to go.
Yep. The classic menu wiggle until it's time.
Yeah. God forbid you go back to the, in the cutscene, the demo. How's it going?
Go. All right, now we're going.
You want to talk about intro?
Yeah, I'd love to talk about my least favorite stage. So this is the intro. It is just a highway where all you do is you hold right and you shoot. There's a lot of RNG that can mess with your time here. First one they're going to come up against is a couple of B mini-bosses that have three patterns. They can either do nothing and drop some walker dudes, they can shoot a machine gun, or they can shoot some missiles. So ideally you want at least one of them to do machine guns or missiles, because you're trying to manipulate your health down to 3 for a little cutscene at the end.
An unwinnable
fight. What was that?
An unwinnable fight against Vile.
Yeah, exactly. A little unwinnable fight. So it's really fun. It's a nice little scripted loss, but he doesn't start trying to capture you until your health is 3 or below. So you want to end the stage with that. The unfortunate part is just bonking the bee does 4 damage, and you have 16 health. So if you get 2 passive bees, you are guaranteed to die.
That's a risk.
Yeah, a little stressful.
Alright, so it looks like Giocci has enough for task bars, enough health for task bars. Stahl doesn't unless he knows 3 health task bars.
I think he's going for 3 health.
Is he? Yes,
yep.
He is.
Yeah, he is.
Look at that. Wow, swag. He actually knows it.
That's outstanding. So yeah, task cars is a strat where you ride on these cars. It's a little bit faster, and it lets you manipulate your health a little bit more easily, because you can just stand in front of them and take the bonks.
Yeah, optimally it saves just about a second over walking.
Oh, and he got the back Baja Blast.
Yeah, Stahl's been secretly grinding, man.
Stahl's
gonna show us some stuff. Most notably, maybe the route that he chooses to go.
That's gonna be pretty interesting to see. So pretty solid, about 2-minute intros from both of them.
Yeah, they're pretty neck and neck, and
yeah, and Vile was not terrible.
Yeah, no, they both got pretty good ships, pretty good vials. I mean, unfortunately, there's not really much to, or I guess fortunately, or unfortunately, maybe, I don't know. There's not much that can really go wrong if RNG doesn't, mess you, like kind of stick it to you in intro until they get dash boots in Penguin. Why everybody goes Penguin first? That is the standard route. The deviation there. We want the boots. We want to go fast.
Yep. That's kind of the standard thing. Is just anything that will help the movement.
Yeah, if there's going to be any space opening up between these runners, it'll be after dash boots. There's pretty much opportunities to lose time on pretty much every dash. So
that's for sure. What you're going to see a lot of right here is them jumping off of these downward slopes. It's a little glitch where X walks faster going down slopes, but jumping also lets him get a little bit higher and carry that speed a little bit further. And so you can see Giocci and Stahl both just now doing a little turnaround slope jump to reach a ledge that you normally would not be able to.
Yeah, just a slight optimization. It really doesn't save all that much time. It's, I mean, I used to know what it was all added up, but it's very, very minimal. We're talking like frames.
Yeah, some amount of frames are saved.
Yeah, it's so
but
just
it's free and
embedded
it's easy
in.
to go for.
Exactly, and it's so embedded into like how everybody learns this game that like most people will just do them, even if they're losing time on them.
Yeah, exactly. So good through the hallway, and then just dashing over to the snowball section, which is more difficult than it looks.
I mean, it looks pretty difficult to me.
That's a fair point.
This game's tough.
No, for sure. You can get bullied pretty hard in that section, and now we get the fun Guigo fight, where
absolutely no RNG in this fight.
No, 0. Oh, well, except for that. So Guigo has a couple of attacks, the worst one being the slide, which is completely invincible.
Stahl got a good opening pattern. I didn't see if it was Ice Breath or an Ice Cube. I think it was an Ice Cube, which isn't all that great, but it's better than a slide.
Yeah, well, anything's better than the slide.
Alright, Giocci finish them all.
So one thing you're going to see also in this fight is them dashing before they shoot lemons, and so once you have the boots, you can do dash lemons, which do 2 damage instead of the standard 1. So you'll see that a lot throughout this run.
There's a caveat with that, though. You can only have 1 dash lemon on screen at a time. So you can't just hold dash and mash and have all 3 of the shots that you can shoot doing 2 damage, or essentially double damage. It would only be the first one, or whatever one was fired first after doing a dash, and can't get another one until that one is off screen. So even if that shot tinks off something and it's on screen, it still counts as having dash lemon property. Oh, Stahl's going iceless, so that's a good sign.
Yep, so there's a couple different variations you can do, or different routes you can take.
How many are there, Apt? How many?
Like, somewhere between 3 and like 37, I don't know. But
no, the correct answer is 3. C5 is not a route, I'm sorry.
So Fly's often incorrect about things, but what we're looking at here is basically, in order to go the route that Stahlbolzen has chosen, which is Coanger second, you have to be able to make a pretty tight jump, which is called the iceless jump, or just iceless.
Yeah, it's a pretty infamous jump.
It's pretty horrible. So if you're relatively new, you tend to do what Giocci's doing over there, and you go Eagle second instead, because this will let you go get the Buster upgrade, and you can use an Ice Sled to get the heart that Stahlbolzen is not going to use one for.
Yeah, there's many different routes, many different strats, many different everything in this game. So there's a lot of expression in this run. So it's kind of pretty easy to pick out who's running it just based on like what strats they use once you're familiar with them. But yeah, we see Stahl trying to go for iceless now, and it's not uncommon for this to take several tries. It is very, very tight.
Yeah, you're aiming for about a 2.5 pixel window there off the left wall, and then what is it, like 5-6 frames to do the repress to get up there?
Well, you have to be, ideally you want to be 7 pixels away from the wall when you do the kick, which is the max distance away from the wall you can be to do a kick. And then you have something like, I don't know, 4 or 5 frames to re-grab that ledge, but you also have to be within 7 pixels of that ledge. You have to manually stop. You can't just hold right the whole time. It's very, very precise. But he got it. He's through it. So took a little bit longer than I'm sure he would like, but he got through it. True. So he did tell me if he didn't get iceless first try, he wasn't going to go C3. I don't necessarily know if I believe him. I think he's going to go Chameleon.
I'm hoping he does. I just want to see him just really swing for it.
Yeah, I'm hoping he goes Chameleon and just busts out C3 and gets it first try.
I'd really like to see that. All right, so you see Stahl got a little bit of a manipulation on Coanger, but then fell out of it. We're getting a little stressed.
He's safe now. He's safe now.
Yeah. So ideally, you just want to have Coanger sit there and headbang with you, and you just jump out of his grip until he dies, but
Yeah, we'll see it on Giocci side a little bit later when he gets the Quanger.
For sure. And then we didn't talk really much about Eagle stage, so we'll cover that when Stahl gets there.
I mean, in E2, there's really not much to say. There's really no, if you're not doing any tricks in this game, it's pretty much just hold right, dash, jump, and shoot. I mean, there's not really too many hard tricks for E2, which makes it a very good beginner route.
There's this nice little jump off the ice sled to grab that.
Yeah, that is pretty tight, but once you get a feel for it, it's not bad.
Oh yeah, that's like the first trick I think most MMX runners learn. I know it was my first one.
Yeah. So we might see our first instance of a phantom grab on Stahl's side. So let's see if he can get it. Oh, I couldn't tell. It got a...
a little far right, I believe.
Yeah, a little bit too far to the right. I couldn't really tell where he was when he landed because it looked good on the way down, but then it kind of cut out for me a little bit, like it stuttered a little bit, so I wasn't sure if he overcorrected, which it looks like he did. But there'll be more phantom grabs. I have an opportunity to see.
No, for sure. We got Giocci making his way to Mammoth.
Yeah, most fights are pretty free in this game.
For sure. I mean, it's a pretty straightforward fight. You just kind of hope that the Mammoth doesn't shoot his fire at you, but even if he does, you can just get around it pretty quick.
Did you just call him the Mammoth?
Yeah, the Mammoth dude. Whatever. The fat guy. He's fine.
Yeah. You just want him to stand in place and shoot fire at you or sing.
Oh yeah, but ideally you want to be getting double hits with the tornadoes because it takes so long to get off screen.
Yeah, that is like the only real trick to that fight is you want to place the tornado like right in his face because it'll be on screen long enough that it'll outlast Mammoth's iframes, so the back end of it will hit him a second time. It's just a slight optimization.
Oh yeah. Then got Stahl going into the Eagle fight here. This is another wonderful RNG based boss fight where he can make your day plus or minus 15 seconds if he feels like it.
And that's like, so we were talking about C3, we kept saying C3. C3 is essentially just what would be considered the top level route for this game, the hardest route to run. And that's just Chameleon third. And all that, it requires a very precise trick that if you miss, you will die and you only have one shot at it. But it gives X the weakness for Eagle, so it minimizes the amount of RNG in this fight versus, as you just saw, Stahl fighting him with Buster. There is a lot more opportunity for Eagle to waste time with dives. I think his max dives is like, what's his max dives? I don't even know. 13, 9, something like that he can do before he has to come down?
I think 9 per cycle.
9, yeah.
But the thing is, if he dives a second time, the minimum he'll do is 6.
Oh, I didn't even know that, actually.
Oh yeah.
Missed the Mushigan.
Oh, he's going to go with the silly sled. So that's the backup there. It's just ride the sled off.
That's the first time I've heard that. The silly sled?
I'm tired, man. Hey, it's better than the sled of shame.
Yeah, I guess.
But
I prefer to call it the sled of shame because, tough love, right?
That's for sure. I only just stopped doing that last week.
So if you pay attention to Giocci's side, I'm pretty sure he won't miss the Quanger Tango, and you'll see exactly what the minute for Quanger looks. Oh, never mind.
No,
curse. Commentators curse.
Did it to him.
But yeah, pretty much at any, I don't know if you mentioned this, but at any time around half health or so, Quanger can start teleporting on you. And ideally, you want him to dance with you the whole time. That would be considered a God Quanger. Oh, Stahl got the heart, but
it's
stuck.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, now he's got. Oh, he got it. that was stuck in a weird place.
I have never seen that happen. That was
he didn't kill the miner.
Oh man.
Yeah, little stuff like that can throw you off because you don't have practice for it. You don't have like the muscle memory for where you need to stand, and you may have the game knowledge to be able to adjust. on site, but in a race and in the midst of a run, it kind of throws off your momentum and can kind of mess you up a little bit, as we saw.
No, for sure. Because I mean, that was in one of those where it's like, all right, now I got to throw a down boomerang, but how far away do I have to stand? There's a lot that's going to go into actually figuring out how to get that thing.
What is with these runners doing the pink shot ostrich hallway? It's like a thing I keep seeing now.
I'm not sure. I mean, I run a route that gives you the sea sting early.
Yeah, so you just do sea sting hallway, yeah.
Yeah, I just turn on invincibility and just scoot through.
Yeah, because it used to be either tornado hallway or Zam hallway, but unless you were running C3, then it's like sea sting hallway, or people just call it, they don't call it anything. C3. Oh, Giocci, a little bit of trouble getting the heart. There you go.
Oh no, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, these enemies are stealing hearts tonight.
They really are.
Mandrill's a tough stage.
No, it absolutely is. I mean, these hallways, those little fireflies or whatever they are.
Lightbird?
Sure.
That's actually what they're called, by the way. They're called Lightbirds. Really? Yeah, they're called Lightbird.
Oh, nice. Also, the Lightbirds are deceivingly small because you can't shoot their wings. You have to shoot that tiny little body.
Mm-hmm. And they cause a ton of lag.
Oh, yeah. And if you take a bonk on them and go backwards, another one will spawn coming the opposite way, and you can turn your whole game into a PowerPoint presentation.
And if you take a bonk on them, you lose dash momentum too, so...
Oh, I forgot about that too.
Yeah. So losing dash momentum in this game can really, really cause problems, because sometimes you're trying to make jumps that you can only make with dash momentum, so you might take a bonk in an inopportune spot where you don't have dash momentum anymore, and you might just fall in a pit. But it's pretty uncommon to die in this game accidentally, outside of some pretty unsafe tricks.
That's
like,
for sure.
Carpet or C3 or something like that. But other than that, it's pretty hard to die in this game, in 100%.
Absolutely. Especially as you get later in the game, you have the armor, you got all the health in the world. It's not too bad.
Got Hotto, the boss nuker.
Oh yeah, we're gonna see a lot of that coming up. Interestingly, I don't believe Giocci went for booty grab there.
I don't know if he does or not. Stahl's probably gonna go for it. It'd be nice. It'd be cool if Stahl hit it. That would be really, really cool.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'd love to see a phantom grab here.
You want to kind of touch on the Giocci's in Dillo stage, kind of like the RNG heavy bosses game.
Yeah. So I mean, we've kind of already covered Eagle and Penguin. Those are two of the most painful. Kawanger.
He's not painful though. He's just
yeah. I mean, if you lock him in the tango, you should be fine for the most part. It's just he can waste a little bit of time by teleporting early. Dillo though, he can absolutely ruin your day if he wants to, because he's got his armor on and he's rolling. Again, he's invulnerable, and he can go for quite an amount of time. I think
it's like 30 something seconds, I believe, or 29 seconds, I think, is the max amount of rolls. Too.
Well,
or like theoretically max amount of rolls.
Well, so actually, I don't know if you remember the task that O'Charles put up.
Yeah, but he was manipulating them, so I don't. That wouldn't be able, you wouldn't be able to do that in real time. I think Mines and Stopa have the exact same amount of rolls, time wasted for amount of rolls, and I think it was like 29 seconds or something like that.
Yeah, and because as he rolls, the longer he rolls, the less likely it is he'll continue. So at every precision point, wherever that is in the cycle.
Yeah, they weren't that mean where they were just like, well, we're going to give him an equal chance to roll or come out of his roll the entire time. Oh,
yeah. But Giocci had a good fight against him. He opened up for the first roll, got the armor off, and then, once Armadillo's shirtless, you can sit there and just slap him with the electric spark weapon as much as you want.
Yeah, he actually got a Goddillo, so hopefully Stahl can get the same.
Oh, that was Godzilla? Okay.
Yeah, it was. It was an instant open, yeah. But
I thought so, but I wasn't going to say it just in case I was wrong.
Oh, nice. Double instant open.
Oh, excellent.
And they both got pretty much the same Penguin RNG as well. They both finished that fight pretty much the same. But Giocci's coming into one of the possibly the worst, not the worst, but one of the worst RNG fights you can have. That's Octo. Because of his swirlers, or as we lovingly like to refer to them as sucks.
Yep, it's just a little whirlpool will trap you in, and it sucks you towards, from wherever you are in the stage towards the whirlpool, and then if he grabs you, he'll start draining your health and refilling his own. Which there's a couple ways to get around that.
Yeah, I was wondering if you were gonna talk about that. I mean, there's a couple different ways, sure, but like one of them is pretty much the accepted standard way.
Yeah, if you're gonna get grabbed by him, what you want to do is just not have any directions held. I've learned that lesson the hard way. And switch to Fire Wave, because it just counts as essentially a perfect mash, and it's the best.
Yeah, Fire Wave is a 30 hertz. I guess it's considered a 30 hertz mash, I guess, because of the way the Fire Waves come out. But I guess we're not even going to see any sucks on the side.
That was a very nice Octo.
So God Octo, God Dillo.
It's some solid RNG he's getting here.
Yeah. His Penguin wasn't too bad either. It was only like, I want to say like 2 or 3 slides.
Oh, I don't think he's gonna miss the same NATO. No, yeah, his RNG's actually been really nice so far. I didn't get a look at his Eagle, but I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, I forgot about Eagle. Oh yeah, that's right. I almost thought that Stahl was like a half stage ahead of him, but no, they're both doing C8.
Yep. So C8 has also called the waterfall route, because you can see there's a couple of puddles at the stage that normally are not there unless you've beaten Octopus, and there's a heart grab at the bottom, which is really the key deciding factor for which route you're going to run, whether Chameleon's either 5th or 8th, or even that top level route having Chameleon 3rd. How you get that heart really is a big deal in this run.
Yeah, there's I kind of lost my thought as I was going to say it. Yeah, there's a bunch of different stages in this game that'll change depending on the order you kill the Mavericks in, and doing it this way is the intended way to get this heart Chameleon stage. By killing Octopus before Chameleon, it floods his stage, which you'll see the water down here, which is normally not there if you come here early or before Octo. But there's some other little cool ones. We won't ruin them for you. You can kind of mess around with the game and figure out what stages are different, what ways. Not gonna ruin a 1994 video game.
My one hint for that is don't kill the Penguin first.
I almost thought Giocci was going to... No, don't ever say that. Don't ever say that after.
No, I'm saying if you want to see the stage as it's like originally put, go do it and then go kill Penguin. Actually,
I almost thought Giocci was
clockwise order.
No, don't do that. I almost thought Giocci was gonna go Mech Swamp there for a second.
I was kind of hoping we were gonna see it, but
the way his jumps were lined up.
I haven't seen a lot of the charged rolling shield strat through there though.
So that's an old strat. I know Berlin likes that strat. Berlin dude likes that strat because it's really free. The only downside is you have to pick up everything. But for really a way to get through that swamp with no thought put into it at all is aside from avoiding like the walkers, the mech, the ride armors. Is just to charge rolling shield right through it. I'm pretty sure Stahl's going to do Buster Swamp. Maybe even Mech Swamp. I don't know.
Be interesting to see Mech Swamp, but yeah, I think he normally does Buster Swamp. So Chameleon is not too bad of a fight if you have his weakness. He can do some pretty rude things like get invincible, go invisible and scoot around. And he'll drop down and like just whip you with his tongue. But
yeah, if you want to see Chameleon pain, just watch Buster Own.
Yeah, that's a rough fight. But now we've got 2 revisits that we're gonna have to see, which is the first one back to Penguin, because there's a heart tank that we were not able to grab because we need flame. Oh, we need the mammoth's weapon.
Yeah. Technically, you could do it anytime after you defeat Flame Mammoth. But most runners will opt to do it after they have the Buster upgrade and they've killed Chameleon. And that's simply just for the invincible Sea Sting. Charged Sea Sting makes you invincible. So you could just, pop that and just blow right through everything. Hold right, not even worry about it.
It's very convenient. And now we're on to the last revisit, which is Dillo stage. And this is where we get the wonderful Hadouken, which is going to let us not have to fight any of the bosses. So go back here, grab the sub-tank that we missed earlier. I'm surprised that Giocci didn't go for booty either time.
I don't think he ever goes for it. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I don't think he ever goes for it.
I didn't know that.
Really, I mean, unless you, unless you're pushing for like a 34 or world record or something like that, it's really kind of not needed. I mean, it is a big time save comparatively. It's like about 6 seconds if you get it first try. It's about like 3 or 4 for second try, and then I think it's 2 if you go for it both times and don't get it. So I mean, saving like 6 seconds, sure, it's a big deal, but you're relying on RNG and for a drop, a right drop, and it is essentially pixel perfect. I know it's not, people would argue that pixel frame, whatever, blah, 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 but I mean, you have to be on the right spot, and you have to collect it on, there's like a couple pixel window that you have, maybe for that one. I don't know, maybe pixel.
I think it might be one or two pixels or something. Yeah,
this game's kind of weird. It doesn't always work out to be the same thing for everything, for every rule.
Let's just compromise and say it's hard.
Yeah.
So what you're seeing Giocci do, he can make that jump, but he is very intentionally falling into the pit right there. Because there's a spot to the right of the health in the top right corner that you'll see as he falls that you have to see a total of 5 times in the run. And the 5th time you get there, you have to have every upgrade and full health. And that will get you cosplay Dr. Light dressed as Ryu.
Mm-hmm. Contrary to popular opinion, or what I've seen people say, you do not need full sub-tank, only full health.
Yes.
Some people say you need full sub-tank.
I also used to hear the belief that you had to go through the stage without getting hit. Not true.
Yeah, there's a lot of misconceptions with how auto is required. Apt explained it.
Thank you.
Want to get Hotto? Just do what he said.
Yeah. Jump there, miss 4 times, and then make it the last one.
Easy.
Yeah. But have the stuff. Have everything.
It's still a really close race.
Yeah, they're only half a stage apart, really?
What is this? Visit 2 or 3 for Stahl? Not sure.
I'm not. Yeah, I've lost count. Oh, he missed the heart again.
It's obviously not. Yeah.
It's
not the last
4th one.
Yeah. Otherwise, he'd be going back for that heart.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I guess we should talk about the reason why they're jumping on this cart. So there's a couple different strats for that. But basically, this trigger to spawn the birds is X being on the cart as it passes through a certain invisible threshold. And as long as X is not on the cart when you pass through that, the birds will not spawn. The birds cause a ton of lag. Not to mention they get in your way for doing these visit jumps optimally.
For sure, and you got to be really careful with them. Oh, no!
This is an opportunity for Stahl to catch up.
Yep, that's very unfortunate.
Yeah, so Giocci missed something called Vile Skip, and so you'll see how this cutscene is supposed to play out on Giocci's side of things. But if the way to skip it is to just not touch the floor, or you could touch the floor, but you have a very small window where you can touch the floor and jump off it before the camera locks and the cutscene plays. So most people will opt to just go from the wall to the door, and that just allows the cutscene to play out while X can still move through it. So you can do this fight while the cutscene's playing out. instead of having to wait for the cutscene to play out first.
Yeah, and another important point is you saw him take a lot of bonks on his way there. This is another unwinnable fight, just like intro, except now you want to manipulate your health to 6 instead of 3.
Right. And if Stahl gets it, we'll talk about another couple little quirks with getting the skip. But Giocci got Leap of Faith, right? Sure
He did get Leap of Faith, and then that's our first boss Hadouken of a lot. I don't know the number. Some.
At least
so
8.
Stahl's gonna go for Leap of Faith here.
He got it, nice.
He got it, excellent.
So yeah, Stahl could. Yep, he got up. Okay, squeezed through. So Stahl can make up some time here.
Yeah, good.
I was hoping he wasn't gonna fire a tornado there because it would have killed the second candy dispenser.
Yeah, that would have been candy dispenser. Nice.
You can thank Gio for Jeplo for that one. Gio plays.
That's what I say. Which one?
Yeah.
All right, so here he goes. Jumps over, doesn't touch the floor.
Yeah, just played it
now.
safe.
Yeah. And
so you want to talk about how the rolling shield works, or?
You got it.
All right, so you see him on rolling shield. He's gonna fire one right as he comes through that cutscene because it causes a tiny little bit of lag, and that little bit of lag is needed to continue with this cutscene skip. And I think there's also there's a couple different ways. I mean, I could explain the nuances of how this.
Oh no.
Yeah, I saw that. The cutscene skip could play out, but the major things are like Zero's text box. So you can skip Zero's text box so that it's just Zero. You know, like I forget if it's his face or something will pop up and then go away immediately, and it just optimizes the cutscene skip a little bit more. And there's ways to force it, but you can risk soft lock. It's a whole there's a whole science to it.
Yeah, the safe strat is shoot your rolling shield and then just hold down the start button as hard as you can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you just hold start, you'll never miss it. Oh, Stahl taking a bonk.
Yeah, that's not.
He's gonna opt to kill this turret with C-Sting, I'm sure. See if he can farm. Oh, he did. He's just gonna
sub-tank. All right. So you got Giocci moving into Sigma 2. That's a tight Hado on the Penguin because his little ice shots will actually block the Hado. Mm-hmm. So you got to get real close and just put it right in his face.
Yeah, there's a pretty reliable visual cue for it, but...
Oh, no, Stahl's not gotten the...
This is scary. This is scary. Okay. Whew.
Oh, thank goodness. All right.
He's only got one sub-tank left, so...
Yeah. And so the reason that's important is you have to be on full health to throw that Hadouken in the first place.
Oh, Giocci Lemon Dukin.
Lemon out of Giocci. God.
Alright, so we gotta explain Rangda, which is possibly the worst boss in this entire game. This is where runs come to die. Runs on good pace come to die in Sigma 2 at Rangda.
Yeah, Rangda has 3 eye colors, and if you have had a green split, his eyes will be green, which is the worst one. So the green eyes just sit still and shoot at you, which is exactly what we're going to see because commentators. But the blue eye's nice, and then the red eye coming down, so almost a god Rangda, because you want those eyes to come down so you can Hadouken them. And then a nice one-cycle nose. Really well done by Giocci right there.
Yeah, well executed fight. So yeah, that fight is just pure RNG.
Yep. And
if you do get the good RNG, you just gotta not mess it up. Oh, nice little backup there from Stahl. He knew he was gonna take a bonk on that bat. I always call them birds, but bat.
Right.
Anything flying is a bird to me.
That's fair.
All right, Gio's gonna do Dillo skip. Looks good. Yep.
So all you're doing there is letting the ice sled push you through without you yourself moving over, and it prevents the camera from spawning or from moving up, which is the trigger to spawn Armadillo there. Yeah,
the little caveat for that trick, aside from, I mean, there's many of them, but there's pretty precise visual cues. But you can't jump, like do max height jumps, otherwise you'll pre-spawn the camera, like you'll pre-pan the camera up, and then it won't work. Exactly like App said, the camera, for some reason, if the camera doesn't lock into place, the boss won't spawn.
And then you just saw Giocci do another awesome trick called the Air Hado, where what you do is, just like the heart grab that he tried to do earlier in the run, you put the ice sled in the wall, stand on it, and then you do the inputs for Hadouken are just a little quarter circle forward, so down, down, and right, and then right. Then you pause, switch to buffer, and as the screen fades back in, you hit shoot, and the game will think that you're stood for the first frame on the platform still, and it'll let you get the Hadouken off.
Yeah, exactly. It looks scarier than it is. You know, like anybody with any like moderate amount of experience with this game and how it like handles and feels could spend about 10-15 minutes and be able to pull that trick off. You know, pulling it off under pressure on a really good run on pace is, you know, it's a completely different story. But it is a make or break trick. This whole stage is make or break. It's very late in the run. You have a penultimate stage, and there's a lot of really tight tricks that if you miss, just like if you miss Dillo Skip and then miss Air Hado, like it's essentially over.
Yeah, and what's I think the most frustrating part of this stage is that it is almost entirely down to your execution. There's not a lot of RNG here.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah, it's a pretty intense stage, and many runners of all different levels have messed up coming into this stage on a very good pace.
Oh yeah,
it will happen. It will happen again and again.
Oh, the lemon for the Dom Duke.
Yeah. You get the backup? Nice.
But you got the backup. But yeah, it's
again,
real unfortunate when...
I was just going to touch on Dom Dukin. So that trick's called Dom Dukin. Another scary trick that really isn't all that bad. Oh, he did not get spiked.
Thought he was going to catch the spike there. That's good.
Yeah, so Dom Dukin is through the use of buffers and Hado window. It's not all that scary because you have something like, I don't know, 16 frames or something like 17 frames, something like that to press shoot after inputting the down forward before Hado, before trying to think of how to phrase this. You have like a 17, 18 frame window before needing to press shoot to get a Hado. So they're just inputting the down forward and then tapping jump to get up on D-Rex's like little ledge. And then just tapping shoot once they fully landed.
Yeah, and what's really, it looks scary to get that close to the boss, but what's nice is if you just press right against the bottom section, which won't hurt you, and then jump straight up, you're guaranteed to land on it without getting hit.
Right, yeah, the bottom section, yeah, does not hurt you. As long as you don't hold forward while you're jumping, yeah, you won't, there's no risk. The worst that'll happen is you'll just pretty much get a lemon.
Exactly. So now we got, which is exactly what happened to Giocci, but he is fighting the final Sigma right now.
Just 16 rolling shields.
Yep. Which I incorrectly call Wall Sigma. But as we've addressed the last time Fly and I did commentary.
Yeah. Wolf. Everybody calls him Wolf Sigma. GG to Giocci. It looks like
Giocci.
36.58. So sub 37, Giocci.
Sub 37's some pretty good gaming.
Yeah.
Especially running the route he did, that Eagle second.
Yeah. Which is largely considered like, you know, the introductory route or the beginner route. But it is a very safe route, very marathon safe route, so.
Good backup by Stahl there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I looked a little scary. I thought he fired the Hado early.
I did too, honestly. But he made it.
D-Rex has a huge hitbox.
He really does. But yeah, he unfortunately got the lemon Dukin as well when he went for it. And so I guess while he finishes up, we can talk about the dog and the Valgarder and then Jedi Sigma.
Yeah, Valgarder and Jedi Sigma. Although I'm not really sure what Jedi Sigma's like actual name is. I guess it's just Sigma.
Yeah, I think it's just like Sigma in his original body. So Stahl's gonna do a slightly fast strat here, or the fastest strat, I believe, which is charge up to a blue shot, which will come knock the dog on its tail, and then you dash up and just auto him right in the face.
Poor doggo. He just wanted to be friends.
Poor guy.
That dog's a pain though. If he can get out of control really fast if you mess
Oh,
with him.
he's quick. He's a wily little thing.
Nice buffer.
And then-
Past the Tim check.
Yep. Nice little buffer, Hotto. Sigma didn't even have a chance. And here we are, 16 rolling shields again.
Yeah, it's just Wall Sigma stands in Stahl's way now.
I think he's called Wolf Sigma play.
Oh, my bad. I've been calling him Wall Sigma this whole time.
But really nice job. Ideally, you want to stay up on these claws. If you stand a little bit to the right, the
What about him looks like a wall?
do you see what he's attached to? GG.
GG to Stahl. It looks like so yeah, we have 36:58 and a 39:09. So yeah, both really nice times.
Yeah, those are very, very good times.
That was an incredible race.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I said that last time too, but just the amount of technical display. Like, I loved how both runners did like the different rounds you pointed out, but just did different tricks, did different recoveries. Like, it was amazing.
Yeah, Mega Man X is a fun. All of them actually. All the Mega Man X games are fun races or fun runs to watch.
Except
There's
for
not much
X7,
downtime.
First,
That
yeah.
game doesn't exist.
We don't talk about that game.
But they did a good job keeping the race tight throughout the whole thing.
All of them actually. All the Mega Man
it
X
sounds like
games
they wanna hop into the call here too to give
Hello?
a post game interview.
Yo,
Hello, everybody.
GG.
GG, dudes.
GG
Well done.
Stahl.
Good job.
Well,
Stahl, can I ask you a question?
please
Keeping the race
no.
tight throughout the
Okay,
whole thing.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Why
it
didn't you
sounds
go
like
secret?
they wanna hop into the call here too. to
Why?
give a post-game
Because I
interview.
lost over 40 seconds on the red
Yo,
wall.
right.
For
GG.
instance.
GG, dudes.
That's
Well
why.
done.
I respect
Could
that.
have saved it with first try C3. That's all I'm saying.
That is true.
But I mean, I got booty. It's like all the time save you need, right?
You got
booty
booty
grab.
again. You literally only get booty in races.
Yes.
Wait, you got booty and we apt. We're
Oh,
bad
you did?
commentators.
You
man.
missed
We missed it. We missed
Oh,
it.
Wow.
no.
Nice.
Please.
Nice.
First
One
try
job.
booty. Guys,
Oh,
first try
man.
booty.
Nice. Can you see the coach outside? He's already calling you down from the field. So
Yeah, I'm fired, dude. I'm fired.
guys, you're fired.
Yeah. Maybe we should can make it a little bit quicker because Shadell and stuff. I just wanted to say big thanks to Strizer and the crew for hosting this event. You know,
Definitely.
big shout out to them. Very thankful to be here again for the second time. Both races
Thank you so much.
didn't went very well, at least for me, but I still hope you enjoyed the runs and have a great rest of the remaining marathon, right? So
Yeah,
my
thank you
second,
so much for having. Thank you so much for having us. It's always a
And
blast.
And of course, big thank you to Fly for doing comms twice, and also
Back
America
to
for
back
the X
commentary.
comms.
My
Hey, thank
pleasure,
y'all
my
for having
friends.
me.
Pretty sure you did a great
Thanks for
job.
asking me.
Yeah, thank you for
Oh.
asking me as well. It's a great time.
All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone.
Yep.
The runners, the commentators, this whole coordinated event, the last like hour or so or 2 hours here, all the Mega Man. But guess what? We're
Yeah.
not Mega done yet. There is
Let's
still
go.
Mega Man 6 100%, which we've got the incentive to make it 100%. So I don't know about you, but I'm going to Mega hold tight so that we can Mega come right back so we can all Mega stretch. Okay, I'll stop doing it. But anyways, we'll be right back. Thank you again, runners and commentators, and we'll see you
Yeah.
in a couple minutes.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.